Welcome back. In this week's About Your Retirement, a viewer asks, here we go. Jim, I've been retired for 3 years and my electricity bill is getting out of hand. My utilities, insurance, and property taxes continue to rise annually, but my income does not and never will. I heard you mention saving summer electric costs, but what are some specific things I should be doing? Great question, especially during this heat.
Absolutely, and you know, it's the things are increasing in cost, and some at ridiculous rates, in my opinion. But I think what we all have to do is find a balance between what we can do to save on those utility costs, but maintain some level of comfort. And so that's what we want to give some tips about today, Tevis. And the first one is AC maintenance. It's important that everybody has their annual system maintenance checkup by a heat and air professional and make sure that everything is working at optimum level. And then there's things that we need to do year-round, and one of those things is to regularly change our filters. And then on top of that, think about your electric bill, your outside condenser. You want it to be your friend, and the only way it's going to be your friend is if you keep the grass and weeds and vines and all that trimmed away from it, and hose off the fins that are on the sides of your condenser, because when you mow and weed eat and all that, things blow up against there. But it has to have its own constant airflow too. And then between the house and the back of it, very important to keep weeds and grass down. But it's difficult sometimes to use the weed eater because with many units there's low voltage wire that comes from out of the wall of the house into the back of that. And you cut those, then you don't have air conditioning, so you have to get it fixed. But anyway, seal the gaps. Think AC. Air conditioning, but AC stands for good attic insulation, and then C is for caulking, all your windows, doors, all of those things. And so the next thing is to use your microwave. A microwave uses 70% less electricity, and it cooks much faster, and so you want to watch how much you're using, and when you use your heat generating appliances like stoves, ranges, clothes dryers, do those, you know, in the hotter part of the day. Don't do them in the cooler part of the day because it's going to defeat your purpose. And then the last thing is comfort balance. We all have to find our balance, and we were talking about that earlier. My office, I keep it 75 to 77, and that's my comfort level there. If it gets too hot, I use my ceiling fan, use LED bulbs. They generate less heat, and they are much more efficient on your electric bill.
I'm with you on the 77 because I like to stay warm at all times. Jim, we'll see you next weekend. And don't forget, you can get more retirement advice from Jim. Visit news9.com/retirement.